Hey guys, if you want to see this week's Wishlist Surpass, where I'll be filling you in on all the new makeup products I'm interested in getting, and on all the products I'll be taking a pass on, then keep on watching. So let's just get started right off the bat with Huda Beauty. So, she's releasing a new nude palette, eyeshadow palette, and this will be released on November 1st. So when I initially saw pictures, I was like, oh, it's okay, you know, it's alright. But the longer and longer I started looking at more pictures that had come out, I started falling in love with it a little bit more each time with each picture. And the reason is, yes, it's a kind of nude palette, but there's a really nice mixture of warm tones, cool tones, and some new kind of shimmers and glitter formula that she said she has reformulated. And it just seems very intriguing to me, very interesting. So it's kind of a new take on a nude palette, if you will. So that's kind of what brought me around to this palette, and I think I'm gonna get it when it comes out. I'll probably wait a couple more days or whenever around that time the Sephora VIB sale is. Normally it's the first week of November is the VIB sale, so this comes out on the 1st. So in the past, the VIB sale for Sephora has been around the 4th, the 5th, the 6th, around there. So I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get this. It looks like the most gorgeous, perfect palette for weddings in particular. I think this is like a nice kind of bigger wedding palette, or just kind of a daily neutral palette to wear kind of to work, to school, to class, wherever you want to go on your dates. Like, it just looks really, really nice. So I'm really into this palette, and I really shocked myself. But yeah, to be honest, I really think it looks like a very nice kind of interesting neutral palette. There have been a lot of neutral palettes that have come out recently over the last couple of weeks, but nothing that has really caught my attention like this one. So next up is Fenty Beauty. So we have some lip products from her and a highlighting palette. So let's begin with some new lip shades. So a couple weeks ago I told you about, you know, the deep brown lip Stunna shade and the kind of more deeper mauve-y lip Stunna shade that was released. So now she's released a kind of light, a peachy nude, which I'm 100% into. I'm so into this. I love my nude lip colors, and I actually just ordered this, so I'm really excited to be getting this. This looks like a really wearable, really nice kind of a peachy nude shade. So the only thing I'm worried about with this lighter nude shade is that lighter nude shades tend to kind of settle in all my lip lines because I have drier lips, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, that just looks really pretty to me. The other shade is a straight up black shade. It doesn't look all black, though. It does look like there's a hint of kind of gray or bluish undertones in there. But I'm not gonna get that. I will never wear black lipstick, so I know I'm not gonna get that. But one thing I do appreciate is that she shows what these shades will look like on a variety of skin tones, so that's really nice. So yeah, really into getting that lighter nude though. Okay guys, now Fenty Beauty is also going to be releasing a highlighter palette. So this palette looks really pretty, really creative. I personally am not gonna get it, just because I know I'm not gonna really get much use out of it. There's this kind of medium tone purple, a really kind of cloud blue color, kind of a medium cloud blue color. So I know I just won't be using those as highlights. Yes, I could purchase the palette and use those shades as eyeshadows, I know that. But right now, I made a promise to myself that leading up to, you know, the end of this year, I'm only gonna purchase makeup products that I'm just super drawn to, that I think are really gorgeous, because I don't wanna just kind of spend incoherently. So yes, I will be taking a pass on this palette, but it does look very creative, really pretty, very Rihanna, and I think a lot of people will purchase this palette, and for good reason. It's a gorgeous palette, but it's just not something that I'm going to get much use out of with all the shades. Just basically only 3 shades I would really use on the daily. That white, that pink, and it looks like a more peachy toned highlight. They say it's going to be released sometime in October, that it's coming soon, but there's no set date yet. I don't know if I mentioned it either, but those 2 lip Stunna shades, the black and the peachy nude, they're out now, so you can get them if you want to purchase them. So next up is JLo and Inglot. And so if you remember when she first collabed with Inglot a couple months ago, I think, everyone was going nuts about it. And I did purchase a bunch of stuff, so I have an in-depth review about a bunch of her products. So I kind of had different opinions depending on what the product was and what the shade was of each eyeshadow. But anyway, that's just in another video. You can watch that if you want. It was a very kind of interesting first impressions, to say the least. But she's extending her collab now. She's releasing 4 liquid lipstick shades. And in her initial collab with Inglot, she didn't release any liquid lipsticks, just regular lipsticks. But these liquid lipstick shades seem very wearable, very pretty. But I'm not gonna get it, and the reason why I'm not gonna get a liquid lipstick from this collab with Inglot, it's not that I'm not interested, I am, but it just takes forever to get to me. I'm living abroad, so already when I order stuff from this, excuse me, I'm living abroad, so already when I order stuff from the States, it's a bit delayed, but when I ordered stuff from Inglot, it was even worse. So I am not gonna be getting this just for that reason alone. If this collab were to be on Beautylish, then I would hands down try out 1 or 2 of these liquid lipsticks. But, you know, the JLo and Inglot, the initial kind of release, never released on Beautylish. Because Beautylish has really kind of epic shipping. It's amazing. I love Beautylish. So if you've never checked out the Beautylish website, it's a great website. They have really fast shipping worldwide. And they have a bunch of different makeup, skincare, fragrance brands on there. So I cannot recommend Beautylish enough. It's amazing. It's a lifesaver. But, you know, unless JLo and Inglot is sold on Beautylish, I'm just not going to be purchasing any more Inglot products from Inglot's website directly. It's just too much of a hassle. So unfortunately, I'll be taking a pass on this JLo and Inglot liquid lipstick. But if you don't mind the wait, they are available now. You can purchase them on Inglot's website. Alright, so next up is Smashbox Cosmetics. Now, Smashbox has just released a new cover shot palette. It's called Ultraviolet, and it's a purple eyeshadow palette that looks spectacular. It looks gorgeous, and you know I love purple. You can tell from my room, you can tell from the eye makeup I did today. I love purple. So, I'm really trying to conserve money though, like I told you. So, you know, this is a Lancome palette I have that I love. And I think it makes really nice kind of purple eyeshadow look. So honestly, and I have some purples and some other palettes, so I am not gonna get this, but it does look gorgeous. So if you're into purples, it does look like a spectacular purple palette. And it has an even greater variety of purple shades, let's say in comparison to the ABH Norvina palette. This Smashbox Cover Shot palette looks so gorgeous. But like I've mentioned in a myriad of previous videos, their cover shot palettes are kind of hit or miss. So some are great, some are awful, some are okay. So I'm hoping this palette is on the kind of the better end of the spectrum with regards to quality for these cover shot palettes. So can't wait to see some reviews. And if the reviews are just kind of, you know, amazeballs, then maybe I'll purchase this, you know, next year or something. But this year I'll be taking a pass on this gorgeous Ultraviolet Cover Shot palette from Smashbox. Alright, so last up is Artist Couture. And I love Artist Couture, what's it called? Loose powder highlights. Like, I love them. They're super intense. They're very much like the stereotypical Instagram highlight. They're especially perfect for like social media. I don't wear those on a daily basis because they are intense. They are intense, but they are gorgeous if you're going for like a super extra like date night, you know, look, or if you just want like a radioactive highlight look, or if you just like a blinding highlight. There's nothing wrong with that, but it's just a little bit too intense for me, unfortunately, on a daily basis. But it is a very gorgeous highlight, and they come in tiny little pots. So I was like, oh my god, this is, you know, so expensive, but seriously, a little bit goes a long way. So anyway, Artist Couture is releasing 4 shades. So they have just released a pressed highlighter, a pressed luminizer, they're calling it. And it does look really pretty, but like I said, if it isn't a makeup product that really stands out to me, I'm not gonna get it. And in particular with highlighters, I just bought one from MAC in the Blondes, which I love and I adore. And I do have my eye on another highlighter that I want to get that I mentioned in a past wishlist video. So, you know, I'm just gonna not spend money on these, you know, so they're not cheap and, you know, they're just really new. So, yeah, I'm gonna be taking a pass on this, but they do look really pretty. And I do suggest trying out some of their like loose powder highlights from Artist Couture if you want a super blinding, super intense, super like, my god, who is that girl type of highlight. But yeah, I'm going to take a pass on their kind of new pressed highlighters, but they are available on the Sephora website if you're interested right now in testing them out. Alright guys, so that's the end of this week's Wishlist Surpassed. Hope it was helpful. Hope everything is going super well for you guys. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, guys.